Mongolia is one of the least densely populated countries in the world. Across a vast territory, nearly 4 times the size of Germany, only a few million people live. There are no sprawling megacities or densely populated regions here. Instead, there are thousands of kilometers of open steppe, rugged mountains, crystal-clear lakes, and one of the largest deserts on the planet. Thanks to its vast, sparsely populated territories and diverse natural landscapes, Mongolia has preserved a rich variety of wildlife. Snow leopards still roam these lands, along with wild Bactrian camels, Przewalski's horses, argali sheep, and dozens of other rare animals. In this film, we will embark on a journey through some of the most remarkable places in Mongolia. From the snow-covered peaks of the Altai Mountains to the scorching sands of the Gobi Desert, to witness a world that has remained almost unchanged for thousands of years. Welcome to Mongolia, a land of endless horizons and extraordinary wildlife. Mongolia is located in the heart of Asia. It is a landlocked country and is bordered by just 2 countries, Russia to the north and China to the south. But Mongolia's true uniqueness has little to do with geography. It is one of the least densely populated countries on Earth. Across more than 1.5 million square kilometers, only around 3.5 million people live. On average, there are just 2 people per square kilometer. By comparison, in densely populated areas of major cities, tens of thousands of people can live within the same area. That is why Mongolia's vast landscapes still remain almost untouched by humans. All it takes is leaving the capital, and the familiar world begins to disappear. Asphalt gradually gives way to dirt roads. Then even those roads disappear. All that remains are endless steppes, rolling hills, and a horizon that seems to go on forever. In these vast open spaces, there is none of the familiar noise of cities. You hear no car horns, the rumble of trains, or the noise of industrial facilities. Instead, the only sound across the plains is the wind, while at night, the sky reveals thousands of bright stars that are almost impossible to see above modern megacities. This landscape has been shaped over millions of years. Dense forests and mountain ranges cover the northern part of the country. In the west rise majestic mountains with glaciers and snow-covered peaks. The central part of the country is dominated by vast open steppes, while far to the south begins the Gobi, one of the largest and most unusual deserts on our planet. It is here that you can witness an astonishing diversity of landscapes. In just a few days of travel, the scenery can change so dramatically that it feels as if the traveler has crossed several different countries. But with this beauty comes harshness. Soon, we will enter a world of extreme climate, where freezing temperatures can bring life to a standstill within hours, while summer heat can turn the ground into scorching stone. Mongolia is often called the land of eternal blue skies. Sunny weather lasts for more than 250 days a year. But behind this beauty lies a climate considered one of the harshest in Asia. Because Mongolia is so far from the oceans, moist air masses rarely reach this land. In summer, the land quickly heats up under the scorching sun, while in winter, it loses that heat just as quickly. That is why the temperature difference between seasons can reach 80 degrees. In the south, temperatures can rise above 40 degrees Celsius. Rocks become so hot that they are impossible to touch. And the wind carries scorching sand across the vast expanse of the Gobi. But just a few months later, Mongolia transforms beyond recognition. Temperatures begin to plummet. In some parts of the country, temperatures drop below -40 degrees Celsius. Rivers freeze beneath thick layers of ice, the steppes disappear beneath snow, and icy winds become the greatest challenge for every living creature. For animals, the hardest part of the year begins. Grass disappears beneath the snow, water sources freeze, and finding food becomes a daily struggle for survival. Horses scrape away the snow with their hooves, trying to reach the dry grass beneath. Mountain sheep move onto steep slopes where the wind blows the snow away. Wolves travel dozens of kilometers in search of prey, using up their last reserves of energy. But even that is not enough for nature. Sometimes a particularly harsh winter follows a dry summer. Snow falls too early and then freezes into a thick layer of ice, making it impossible for animals to reach the grass beneath.
In Mongolia, this phenomenon is known as a dzud. During the most severe dzuds, millions of livestock die. For nomadic families, this means losing their entire livelihood, which may have been built up over several generations. Even wildlife suffers heavy losses during these years. And yet, life does not disappear here. For thousands of years, people and animals have learned to adapt to this harsh world. But ahead lies a place where the challenges become even greater. A vast, rocky desert where heat, cold, and an almost complete lack of water have turned survival into a true art. Welcome to the Gobi Desert. When people hear the word desert, most imagine endless sand dunes. But the Gobi shatters that image from the very beginning. It is one of the largest deserts in the world, covering more than 1 million square kilometers. Yet most of its surface is not covered by sand, but by rocky plains, rocky plateaus, dried-up riverbeds, and harsh clay valleys. At first glance, it may seem as though there is no life here. During the day, the sun mercilessly heats the ground. The air shimmers with heat, while rare plants cling to life with the help of deep roots. Water is extremely scarce, and every drop becomes a precious treasure. But when the sun sets, the desert completely transforms. Temperatures drop rapidly, and the nighttime cold arrives just as quickly as the daytime heat. Only the most resilient inhabitants of the Gobi can withstand such extreme changes. One of them is the wild Bactrian camel, one of the rarest large mammals on the planet. Unlike domestic camels, it can survive for weeks without fresh water and endure both scorching heat and severe freezing temperatures. Today, only a small number of these animals remain in the wild, and Mongolia remains one of the last places where they can still be found. Millions of years ago, the Gobi looked completely different. Where rocky plains and sandy dunes stretch today, rivers once flowed, dense forests grew, and giant dinosaurs roamed. That is why the desert is considered one of the world's most important paleontological regions. Over the past several decades, scientists have made numerous unique discoveries here. The Gobi has revealed remarkably well-preserved dinosaur skeletons, ancient fossils, and the first dinosaur egg nests ever discovered by scientists, helping researchers learn more about their behavior and development. But the story of the Gobi continues even today. Almost every year, international expeditions uncover new remains of ancient animals, preserved in rocks for tens of millions of years. Each discovery helps scientists look deeper into the distant past of our planet. However, Mongolia is not only about endless steppes and a harsh desert. In the west of the country, majestic mountain ranges rise into the sky. Their snow-covered peaks, deep valleys, and ancient glaciers create an entirely different world, sharply contrasting with the scorching landscapes of the Gobi. And this is where we will head next, to discover another side of Mongolia's extraordinary nature. In western Mongolia, the endless steppes gradually give way to rugged mountain peaks. Here, ancient mountain ranges rise into the sky, formed tens of millions of years ago by powerful tectonic forces. Their snow-covered peaks, deep valleys, glaciers, and rushing mountain rivers create one of the most spectacular natural landscapes in Central Asia. The higher you climb into the mountains, the more dramatically the world around you changes. The air becomes colder and thinner, and vegetation gradually disappears. Even in the height of summer, snow and ice remain at high elevations, and the weather can change within just a few hours. Bright sunlight can suddenly disappear behind thick clouds, giving way to strong winds, rain, or snowfall. These mountains play a vital role in the life of Mongolia. Numerous rivers and streams begin here, carrying meltwater from glaciers far beyond the mountain regions. They feed lakes, water the steppes, and help sustain life in the country's dry regions. Without these water sources, many of Mongolia's ecosystems simply could not survive. Despite the harsh climate, the mountain regions are breathtakingly beautiful. In summer, alpine meadows burst into vibrant colors. Crystal clear lakes sparkle among the rocks, while snow-white peaks rise on the horizon, remaining covered in snow for most of the year. From the summit, an extraordinary panorama unfolds. In one direction stretch endless mountain ranges, while in another lie green valleys, and beyond them, endless steppes once again stretch toward the horizon. Such a dramatic contrast of landscapes is rare in other parts of the world. This diversity of landscapes is what makes Mongolia truly unique. In just a few days of travel, you can find yourself among glaciers, cross endless steppes, and reach one of the largest deserts in the world. But Mongolia's mountains offer the country more than majestic landscapes. Numerous rivers begin here, feeding dozens of lakes. From small, high-altitude lakes to vast freshwater bodies considered among the cleanest in Asia. And that is where we will head next. Mongolia is often associated with endless steppes, rugged mountains, and the arid Gobi Desert. But few people know that more than 3,000 lakes are scattered across the country. They are scattered throughout Mongolia and differ not only in size, but also in their origin, depth, and water composition. Some were formed thousands of years ago by ancient glaciers, while others filled tectonic depressions created by the movement of Earth's crust. The most famous lake in the country is Lake Khövsgöl. It is often called the Blue Pearl of Mongolia and the younger sister of Lake Baikal. The lake stretches for nearly 140 kilometers between mountain ranges and dense coniferous forests. Its maximum depth exceeds 260 meters, and its crystal clear water allows you to see deep into the lake. Lake Khövsgöl is considered one of the largest natural freshwater reservoirs in Asia. Numerous mountain rivers and streams flow into the lake, originating among glaciers and snow-covered peaks. As a result, the water remains remarkably clear and cold even during the warmest summer months. But Mongolia's nature knows how to surprise with its contrasts. In the west of the country lies Lake Kayargas, one of Mongolia's largest lakes. Unlike the freshwater waters of Khövsgöl, it is a saltwater lake. The lake lies among mountains and semi-deserts where strong winds rarely stop. Sometimes they create waves so high that the lake begins to resemble a true inland sea. The shores of Kayargas Lake are an important stopover for many migratory birds. During seasonal migrations, ducks, geese, swans, cormorants, and many other species stop here. Thanks to its rich wildlife and unique natural conditions, this area is considered one of the most valuable ecosystems in Western Mongolia. Another unusual lake in Mongolia is Telman Lake. It lies in the northwest of the country, surrounded by mountains and steppes. This saltwater lake is known for its remarkably clear water and picturesque shores. Despite its high salinity, some species of fish live here, and thousands of migratory birds stop at the lake during seasonal migrations. Because of its distance from major settlements, Telman Lake has preserved its pristine beauty and remains one of the most peaceful and little-known natural places in Mongolia. In addition to the larger lakes, hundreds of small, high-altitude lakes are scattered across the country. Most of them appeared after ancient glaciers melted. They are hidden among mountain valleys and surrounded by untouched wilderness. Their cold, crystal-clear waters reflect the snow-covered peaks, creating landscapes that look almost unreal. Mongolia's lakes are more than just picturesque corners of nature. Many of them are the source of rivers that carry water through mountains, steppes, and valleys, supporting life across vast territories. Mongolia is home to several thousand rivers and streams. Most of them begin high in the mountains, where glaciers and permanent snow gradually melt beneath the summer sun. These cold streams flow downward, merge together, and grow into powerful rivers. The longest river in Mongolia is the Orkhon River. It stretches for more than 1,000 kilometers. For centuries, ancient settlements developed along the Orkhon, and important trade routes passed through the region. Today, the river continues to provide water for people, agriculture, and numerous natural ecosystems. The Selenga River is no less important. It begins in Mongolia and carries its waters far to the north, eventually flowing into Lake Baikal. The Selenga provides a significant share of the water flowing into the deepest freshwater lake on Earth. Most of Mongolia's rivers are remarkably clean. Far from major cities, their waters remain crystal clear, while untouched natural landscapes have been preserved along their banks. For wild animals, these rivers are a vital source of water, while for nomadic people, they serve as essential landmarks during seasonal migrations.
For thousands of years, nature has shaped the lives of the people of Mongolia. Life here could not be built in the same way as in countries with fertile plains and mild climates. Harsh winters, dry summers, and endless steppes forced people to constantly move in search of water and pastures. This gave rise to a nomadic way of life that has survived to this day. Even today, thousands of Mongolian families continue to live much as their ancestors did hundreds of years ago. Their home is the gur, a traditional dwelling that can be taken apart within just a few hours, moved to a new location, and assembled again. This mobility allows families to move quickly when pastures become exhausted or the weather changes. Livestock has always been the greatest wealth of nomadic people. Horses, sheep, goats, yaks, cattle, and Bactrian camels provide people with meat, milk, wool, and transportation. The well-being of the animals directly determines the survival of the entire family. Horses hold a special place in Mongolian culture. From an early age, children learn to ride confidently, and horseback riding becomes an essential part of everyday life. For centuries, horses have helped nomads travel enormous distances across the endless steppes and have played an important role in the history of the country. Despite the development of modern technology, many traditions remain unchanged. In spring, families move their herds to new pastures. In summer, they prepare food. In autumn, they prepare for the long winter, while in winter, they face freezing temperatures and powerful winds every day. Life as a nomad requires enormous endurance and a deep understanding of nature. They carefully watch the weather, know where water sources are located, and can find pasture even in the harshest conditions. This knowledge is passed down from generation to generation and helps them survive in places where nature does not forgive mistakes. Today, Mongolia is gradually changing. Cities are growing, new roads are being built, and industry and tourism are developing. But the endless steppes remain home to thousands of nomadic families who continue to live in harmony with the natural world. It is this connection between people and nature that makes Mongolia so unique. Here, among mountains, steppes, deserts, and lakes, you can still witness a way of life that has almost disappeared from other parts of the world. And as long as these endless spaces remain, the spirit of the Great Steppe will live on. There are places that cannot be understood through photographs or maps. You have to see them with your own eyes. Mongolia is one of those places. Here, time seems to flow differently, while the endless landscapes remind us just how vast and extraordinary our planet can be. Perhaps it is precisely because of its remoteness and harsh conditions that this land has managed to preserve something that disappeared long ago in many parts of the world. A feeling of true freedom and unity with nature. Thank you for joining us on this journey. See you in the next documentary.